Well, this is what I'm going to show you how to make. Not this exact design, the design is entirely up to you, but this style of design. In fact, I'm not 100% happy with this one, so I will be very shortly moving it around and turning it into a different design. Anyway, let's see how it's made. Now this is actually quite a simple project to do, but it does get a little bit finicky. So make sure you do prepare well. I didn't. I got into a bit of a mess. I had to almost restart. So, like many of our projects, it starts off with a design. In this case, I'm going to put it inside a plastic folder. It's just a folder from a clip file. And then I'm going to put a board at the back just to give it some strength. There we go. And finally, I'm going to just put a little bit of blue tack on there. He says. There we go. A little bit there. And a little bit at that end, just to keep the design in place whilst I'm doing it. As normal, I'm going to be using outliner. Doesn't matter which outliner you use for this project, but do please make sure it's a peelable one. Often I'll use gallery glass, but this time I'm actually using Arti-Stick by Pebeo, just because I've got it around. So I'll be making a piping bag. If you haven't made a piping bag before, we do have an instructional video on our channel and on our website. I'll put a link hopefully up here to it. Don't worry about how much outliner you put in, because any unused can always go back in the bottle at the end. This is normally where I start making a mess. Now, even though these are separate little things, treat it like a big project and start in the middle and work your way out. That will stop you having to lean over any wet outliner. It does get a little bit repetitive. But it's good practice. Whoops, gone a bit off the line there. Right, I shall carry on and do the rest of those in a minute. But for now, I'll put that to the side to dry. Outliner which is left isn't wasted. Cut off the end, open the bottle, and in it goes. Now I'm using several different paints for this project. Bero, Pebeo Arti-Stick, Homemade, Glass Design and Gallery Glass. Now you don't have to use all these different makes, I'm just doing it because that's what I've got around and I wanted the colour range. If you use just one type, that's absolutely fine. In fact, it might be a bit better. But we're going to start with the Pebeo here. Now you'll notice I've already started this. And all I'm doing is squeezing the paint onto the circle till I think I've got enough, and then using my brush, that was the wrong brush, then using my brush just push it up to the outline. Make sure you get it right to the outline, make sure there aren't any gaps. You can also use your brush to see if you can get it as smooth as possible and to lift out any air bubbles. There we go, there's one. Right, once again, I'll finish those off later. For now, put them to the side to dry. Now what I've done, here are some finished ones, is I've done lots of these dots, circles, different sizes, starting with red, going through the colour spectrum up to dark green, getting larger, and then from dark green down through the blues to purple, getting smaller again. And I hope that will give me a good range for a design. As you can see, these have dried and they should, there we go, just peel off and stick back on again with no problem. First time you do peel them off, might be slightly difficult, after that it should be fine. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to finish doing all my coloured circles and dots, and then we'll go to the window and see if we can make a design with them. Right, I honestly have no idea how this filming is going to go. Obviously we've got a very bright window, I'm partly in shadow, etc. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We will see. I'm going to start with the window. I've cleaned it. I know it doesn't look absolutely clean. Still isn't totally clean on the other side. Hopefully the cameras will focus on the window, but I'm not sure. So I've cleaned it, I've put a teeny dot in the middle, and that's where I'm going to start and build my pattern both ways. I haven't worried too much about the design. I have got an idea in my head, but luckily with this peelable glass paint, if it doesn't work, I can redo it. So I'm just going to start off right in the centre there, or roughly in the centre I hope, and take it from there. Not as much difference between the dark green and the light green as I would have liked, but we'll work with what we've got now. Well, here's it finished, for now at least. I'm going to move a few around, but I'm going to leave it just a while before I do that. I don't know if you noticed, I ruined a couple trying to peel them off at the moment. I think the paint's still a little bit damp, so we'll give it a while more to dry. Then I'm going to peel a couple off and rearrange it. So I'm not totally happy with it, but I think there's enough there to show you the possibilities of what you can do. Might even make a few more colours, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's the project. I really hope you like it. I'm sure you'll come up with some great designs of your own to go with it. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do think about doing it, or even do it. If not, pop over to our website and sign up to the email list. That way we can let you know when there's new projects, designs, etc. on the site. Happy crafting!